You might as well feel good. Did you hear me? I said, you might as well go ahead on and feel good, sir. You might as well change your dynamic and turn your mindset intentionally towards a shift. You might as well do that. You know what I'm saying? Be intentional about your thoughts. Be intentional about your mindset. To be intentional about everything that's significantly relevant to you. And you know that's sometimes hard to do. You know you can get distracted somehow or another in the whole gamma of it all, right? Moses Ward 4, how's it going, my brother? Dan the man, come on into the assignment. How's everybody doing this morning, this evening, this afternoon, whatever time that you get an opportunity to, I guess, tap into, you know what I'm saying? Tap on and tap into the assignment by which has been placed upon my life. You know, for whatever reason it has been placed, you know what I'm saying? I don't even question it anymore. All I did was open the laptop. I did what was required of me. Do you hear me? I say I did what was required of me, which was to open the laptop and actually speak into the mind of the people. And so by me doing that, and by me being intentional and walking in the awareness and walking in the actual, you know what I'm saying, understanding of it all, you know, I just moved in it through obedience, through what I know that the Spirit said to me, which was to open the laptop and speak into the mind of the people. For whatever reason that was for. And so I'm here now, you know what I'm saying? It's been like about 3 years, it's a little over 3 years that I've been standing in the presence of the mind of the individuals by which that would have the ability to tap into this line, to tap into this frequency, to tap into this vibration, to tap into this aura, to tap into this understanding, this comprehension, this awareness, this alertness, this awakening. I was just dropping my spirit. This awakening that has to happen, right? And so I'm just on my normal flow. I'm just in the flow of things. He's called me out from among them. He said, you know, he set me apart for whatever reason that he desired to do it. Listen, it don't even matter to me one way or another. This had to have happened before I even, you know what I'm saying, was an embryo in my mother's womb. And so that has nothing to do with me. And so at the same time, you know what I'm saying, as I've been, you know what I'm saying, searching, and as I've been, you know what I'm saying, studying, and, you know what I'm saying, don't have to really study too much because my study is within my own understanding. The study of your own understanding, the study of your own energy, your own frequency, your own vibration by which the Creator desired to use and move you through this thing called life's curriculums. You feel me? As the whatever it is, as the light being, as the entity, as the individual. And so as I've been moving and as I've been paying attention, for whatever reason, the Creator have led me back to water. So we know that it's usually 4 elements in the earth, you know what I'm saying? Fire, water, earth, wood, you know, whatever the elements are. But for whatever the reason, I've been led to water. And so by me automatically being an individual that partake in water, right, just naturally on a natural, more, just, you know, always like water. I just always drink water. And now that it's been like over 15 years or close to 20 since I've seen, like anybody know me, know I don't drink carbonated drinks. I don't drink carbonated anything, even if it's but it's just this seltzer water. Even if it's seltzer water, I just don't drink carbonated drinks. It's been about 20 years now. And so He's led me back to water. And so this morning, as I was sitting here, to be honest with you, I've been sitting, back and forth, in and out, saying I'm cleaning up my desk and resetting my vibrations and my aura and my frequency, to the things by which he has called me to redirect my attention towards my assignment. And so at the same time, as I go on this path and on this journey, he's been, opening certain things and certain understandings. And so water has been one of the most things that has dropped in my spirit was water. And I like water. And some people can't say that. Some people they can't say they'll just sit there and just drink a whole bottle of water and enjoy it. They'll try to force themselves to do it, but I actually enjoy water. And so this morning, as I was sitting here preparing on something to say, that down this pathway by which the creator of all things is leading me through this water thing, certain things has came up, that has came to my attention. And it has always been in my attention, but it has made me feel like I have to do it in order to tap into it by the way by which he desired for me to share with the world. And so at the same time, I came across an energy, a frequency that stopped me in my tracks and reminded me of what I already knew, but somehow or another I have, became, that I hadn't really, And so this energy reminded me, and I think the enlightenment of it all led me to this. Just the enlightenment of it all, right? You see this? Wisdom, knowledge, and communication. You see the other right here? Success. You see that? Wisdom, knowledge, and communication. You see this right here? And success. You see it? And so I started this podcast this morning, this afternoon, this evening, understanding something. That water holds energy. Reminding me, say, tell the mind of the people that the water holds the energy, the water. And so magnetism, the word magnetism was dropped in my spirit. And being that we know that magnetism and words and water can all fit somehow or another in the same sentence. Hey, look, this journey that the creator of all things has me on, I'm just excited about the move. I'm excited about the knowledge, the wisdom, and the communication that comes with the understanding and the acceptance of it all. And so at the same time, I could have thought of any other word in the world. I could have said wealth, come now. I could have said abundance, be here. I could have said a lot of different things initially. As I was sitting with myself to a certain degree and figuring out what would I say to magnetize this water to the point that when I drink the water, when I partake in the water, to be intentional, to be extremely intentional about what you're doing when you're drinking, when you're partaking in an element out of the earth. Being that water is an element So is fire. It's an element. And so at the same time, you know what I'm saying, the body, he took me to the human body. And so as he took me to the human body, it says the human body itself holds about 50 to 60% water. That's substantial, y'all. Just the body, you would think would be the bones, the structure. But just the body alone carries and holds about 50 to 60% water. And the highest percentage is in the infant stage, which is 70 to 78% infants, babies, hold water, right? And so at the same time, you know, saying I went down to the adults like myself, depending on the age and the gender and the weight and certain things like that there, you know, the percentages may fluctuate, but the adult males usually hold about 60% water in their bodies. Remember now, water holds the energy. It holds energy. And so at the same time, you know, saying your female components in the earth holds about 55% water in their bodies. It holds about 55%. But the most fascinating thing to me, as I continue to read this, sir, A Kings in the Earth, as I continue to read and understand and comprehend, as I continue to prepare and place myself outside of it all, but yet looking in on it, connecting with it. That lean tissue, individuals that have lean tissue in their bodies has the highest percentage of water. You would never believe that. You would actually think it was the fatty tissue individuals with, you know what I'm saying, you know, I guess adipose tissue that contains substantially less water in their bodies, but they're the, you know, I guess the heaviest or the fattiest tissue holders in the earth. But they have the highest percentage body fat holds less water. I just read this a few minutes ago, to be honest with you. And so at the same time, it kind of like took me to this water thing by which the Creator has brought me to. He said, tell the mind of the people that water holds the energy. You can magnetize the water by putting a magnet under it. Like I've done here. See that? Magnetize the water by which you desire in the earth. And the words that I chose over every other word that I could have said. Give me money now. No. I want abundance to saturate my mind and my whole being. No. That wasn't even in my heart. What the first three words that came into my spirit to write on my first bottle of water was wisdom. Oh, we. And sometimes I'm telling you that wisdom, right? Wisdom will take you further, faster. All you got to do is be wise beyond your years. You done heard that before. Be wise beyond your years. And at the same time, allow wisdom to have her way with you. Pay attention to all of the small details. Certain things that will pass other individuals' eyesight, you had to see for a reason. It probably would have went over others, but not you. As a chosen one, you got to see and have the ability to pay attention. to even all of the small things in life, things that the average person won't even see, stuff that they let be scattered all around until you rake it all together for them so you can see, understand, and comprehend. So, since we know the percentage that water holds, right? I say we know and we understand the percentage of our bodies that water holds. It also holds an energy. And so I've let this water sit outside on my deck for several days. He said, put what you desire on the ball and then magnetize it. So the three words that came into my spirit several days ago was wisdom. I know that I would need wisdom to take me on this journey. Of course, I'm going to need the knowledge, the wisdom, the knowledge, and I'm also need communication, by which I would have the ability to use my fifth chakra to speak into the mind of the individuals that will find their way here. For whatever reason they'll find their way here, sir. For whatever reason you found your way here, ma'am. I know that sometime when you feel like you got to raise this cup, sometime it'll most likely a lot of the times be alcoholic beverages that individuals prefer to tap into. They'll tap into a shot, in a shot glass, somewhere in a club, or possibly even in their kitchen, in their home, they'll just take a shot. Anybody that know me know I don't drink. There's no reason to have alcoholic beverages around me. I won't never drink them. And so at the same time, I'm here this morning with the assignment. Standing in my assignment with wisdom, knowledge, and an abundance of communication, by which I have magnetized because of the assignment that's upon my life. I don't even really, I guess money could have been the major thing that I put, but it wasn't. I believe that if I had the wisdom, then you'll have the wisdom to get wealth. And if you lose it, then you can have it to get it again, because you got the wisdom to have it, and might go through a troubling time and lose it, but still land on your feet in spite of. Ooh-wee. And so toast to all the individuals that might want to raise a glass of wine or a glass of cognac or a glass of whatever the alcoholic beverage that you desire, or even raise in some ministry, they raise the juice and call it the blood. That he even said in my spirit that isn't that seance, even that's some kind of eating of the flesh and drinking of the blood? Isn't that symbolic of something like cannibalism? Anyway, I digress. I'm just here with water. I'm just here with wisdom, knowledge, and extreme amount of communication by which I can exude, by which I can deliver, set free, be free in your understanding, in your knowledge, and your wisdom of it all. So, wisdom, knowledge, communication. Our human bodies is made up of it, 50 and 60% of it. Our brains have a significant amount. Our bones have a significant amount. Our lungs carry, I think, the most amount of water. And so partake in your world. Create the magnetism by which you desire. I know you might start with wealth first. Have at it. I know you might start with wealth in your body. Health might be a substantial word for you. Have at it. And so, whatever word that you desire, wellness, health, wellness, and well-being. Maybe I'll do one with health, wellness, and well-being. Psychological well-being. Even when you done felt like you done been beat up by the world and beat up by individuals in this world and beat up even by significant others in this world. How they might feel as though they beat you up. Just know who you are. Know who you are. Understand who you are. And so, since I'm going to have to understand and comprehend, I might as well do it with intentions. And so at the same time, this is success that has been embodied, magnetized by success, being intentional about what you allow in your body, in your mind, in your thoughts. Be good to yourself. Be reminded of the calling on your life. Stand 100% in it and embody it. Be your own authentic self. There's no one like you, sir. There's no one like you, ma'am. No one else like you in the earth. You're the only fingerprint in the earth by which is you, and which has been designed with you in mind. He had a divine design in mind when he orchestrated you. So take back your power. Renew your mind, your spirit internally first. Remind yourself who you are. Wake you up. A part of you might have been laying dormant, waiting for a traumatic experience to happen in order for you to see. I'm just here to let you know that your pain might have been the very lens that caused your purpose to come into focus. So focus in. Focus in on what it is. Become mentally aware and take a mental audit of what it is that you're supposed to be doing. And then do that. Take care of you. In spite of everything else, make sure that you're taking care of you. I seen a sign the other day that say, yeah, love them, but love you more. That sign resonated with me to the core of my being. Yeah, love them. You got to operate in love. But make sure you love yourself more. Because I will always come before you in the alphabet. H-I-J-K, L-M-N-O-P, Q-R-S-T-U-V, W-X-Y-Z. And so, since we're going to magnetize, since we're going to be intentional, since we have no other choice but to be influential, since we already have been infants before that had 70 and 78%, maybe they're the most vulnerable entities in the earth because they hold more water and water holds more energy. Maybe they're more influenced through the infant stage by which they have 70 to 78% water. The older you get, the more apparently you depreciate. So men have 60, adult men, and women have 55. But the water is still there, and the water holds the energy. So I came this morning with an element by which the Creator has brought me to. Maybe he might take you to a tree. That's still knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And it offers a vast variety of communication to a tree does. That's why some tree huggers in the atmosphere understand what happens when they hug a tree. But I'm here with the water element this morning. I am Kendrick B. Davis, Sr., your thought provoker special. Listen, I am nothing but a thought provoker. I'm here for nothing else but then to provoke your thought. Cause your thought to increase. You become mindful. Be intentional. Have the ability to communicate from your innermost being. Tapping into your assignment. Standing on your being. Being who you are. Your energy, your frequency, your aura, your vibration is significant. In the atmospheres by which the Creator take you through, sir, you better understand your value. You better understand your worth. Then embody it. Then walk in it. They'll start taking you for granted. After a while, familiarity breeds comfortability. You heard what I said. I say when you're familiar, you start to breed comfortability. Yeah, you get real comfortable when you're familiar. Then lessen the value of the individual by which you have been placed in the presence of. Sometimes you might not even recognize it until after they're gone. Then that's when you say, oh, man, I should have did that differently. But then it is what it is. Anyway. Thank y'all for chiming in with me this morning. Thank y'all for giving me the ability to vibrate in the atmosphere by which I desire. Not holding nothing, not wanting anything, not even having a hidden objective or underlying motive. This is just a pure space by which I stand, by which I create, by which I'm influential. In whatever capacity. Hopefully it's through a psychological capacity by which your mind will expand. Woo-wee. And your borders will be broad. Your coast will be endless. Coast all the way around. Just endless. Nothing constraint. No conformity. Nothing confined. All free. And abundance. And blessed. Nah, let's supersede the be less. Let's just align with the abundance of it all. Yeah, let's just align with the abundance of it all. Being cognitively aware that all of it is a part of it. Sometimes you might lose your focus in the midst of it all. But you'll regain it. Did you hear me? I said, you'll regain your focus. Sometimes the pain is what caused the focus to come into view. Your purpose to come into understanding of it all. So I'm here. I am Kendrick B. Davis, Sr., your thought-provoking specialist. I'm on assignment. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings.